A hello a day keeps distance away. Do you want to make the world a better place? Try starting with a simple hello. Every year on November 21st, World Hello Day is globally celebrated to promote peace through communication. It's an easy way to express kindness and connect with others. It all began in 1973 after a military conflict broke out between Egypt and Israel. Two American brothers, Brian and Michael McCormick, created World Hello Day. They wrote 1,360 letters to world leaders. In the letters, they encouraged the use of greetings to build understanding rather than turning to violence. Since then, over 180 countries have joined the celebration. Celebrating this day is as easy as pie. Just say hello to 10 people. You can greet friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers. Say it in person, by message, or on a call. In short, saying hello can break the ice and build unity. So, don't be shy. Say hi.
Today's warm-up quiz is, when life became hard, Anna didn't blink drugs, but asked for help instead. A. Add to. B. Turn to. C. Date back to. D. Live up to.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English for You. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And that's a very good opening and a very good greeting because that's kind of the topic of our article. A hello a day keeps distance away. I've heard about this with apples and doctors, but never hello. But yeah, okay. If you say hello to people, especially if you try to do it every day, it helps keep distance away. Very interesting title of a very interesting article. So what do you say we just get into it?
Let's do that.
Find out the great benefits of saying hello. All right, so the article begins. Do you want to make the world a better place? Good question. Good question to get us thinking as we kick off our article. Yeah, I think most of us want to make the world a better place. We want to be nice people and make the people around us happy. So what is a way we can do that? Well, there are many ways we can do that, but here's a suggestion. Try starting with a simple hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. You can sing it too. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay, 所以一开始我们课文是要让我们去思索说，你们想让世界变得更美好吗？其实有很多方式，但是很简单的哦。课文一开始就说，试着从一句简单的 hello 开始吧。Interesting. Hello, Mike.
Hello. Now, of course, when you see someone, you're going to say hello. That's a normal thing to do. But there are other ways you can also use this word. And in fact, there is a day especially for this word. It says every year on November 21st, World Hello Day is globally celebrated to promote peace through communication. That is a wonderful idea. And it's it says it's celebrated globally. When we say global as an adjective or globally, we're talking about around the world. It affects all the world, all the countries, all the people, the entire region of the world that we all live on, the planet that we live on. So globally is something that we'll often use when we're talking about really big things, really big ideas. You know how global warming affects the world globally. It's not just certain parts of the world that are getting warmer, where the weather's changing. It happens in all parts of the planet or globally. Here's another example sentence. The World Cup Finals is a major sporting event that is watched globally. I mean, even here in Taiwan, where I don't think they've ever had a team in the World Cup Finals, but people here watch it. In every country, every corner of the world, people are paying attention to this big soccer finals.
Okay, globally 这个副词就是全世界的，在全球 around the world. For example, the internet has connected people globally, making it easier to learn about different cultures without leaving home. 而 communication 这个是个名词哦，就是交流啊、沟通。所以整句的课文是说，每年的11月21日是世界问候日哦。那全球都会在这天一起庆祝，透过沟通来推广和平。That's nice.
It is very nice. As the article says, hello, it's an easy way to express kindness and connect with others. Absolutely. It's a friendly way to greet people, and so that's expressing kindness, and it's connecting with others. When you connect with someone, well, you're kind of joining, right? The way a train is made is we connect these different cars, and we have a long train that all moves together, but they're joined together or connected. But also we can use communication to connect with people. If you meet some new people and you discover, oh, you all love the same thing I love, that's a way of connecting with those people. If you discover you're all fans of hip-hop music or dancing or something, that's a way to connect with people, make a relationship, start a friendship, that kind of thing. For example, this app allows you to connect with other people who are interested in learning how to make Japanese food. People from all around the world can connect through their hobbies, through their interests, and through this special app.
I'm gonna download it.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, connect 这个动词就是与他人建立关系啦，所以我们常会用 connect with somebody or something 来表示与什么什么建立关系。For example, at their summer camp, we quickly connected with new friends by sharing funny stories and playing games together. 所以回到课文是说，哇，这是世界问候日哦，这是一个简单又有力的方式，能够传递善意，也让我们和他人建立连结。
All right, so let's find out how World Hello Day started. Of course, it's celebrated on November 21st, but when was the first time they actually had this day? It says it all began in 1973 after a military conflict broke out between Egypt and Israel. Oh, okay. So way back in 1973, the two countries of Egypt and Israel, which are right next to each other, they basically had a war. A military conflict is just another way of saying fighting or wars between countries, because military is connected to soldiers, army, navy, air force, you know, the kind of people who fight for their country in uniform. If you join the army, the navy, or the air force, you can say, I am in the military, or I am a military staff member, right? A military person is someone in the army. For example, the two governments are talking now because they both want to avoid further military clashes. They want to avoid further wars and fighting. And conflict is, well, fighting or a war. I mean, it can actually be shooting guns and tanks and bombs and, you know, things like we see in wars, but it can also just be fighting between people or even fighting with words. If you're arguing with someone, if you have a conflict with someone, it means you disagree. Maybe you're fighting. Maybe you just don't like that person, but you're not getting along. Peace is not the situation when there is conflict. For example, the conflict between the two countries lasted many years and caused a lot of pain. How sad.
OK, 我们刚刚看到好多字，我们一个一个来看。首先 military 这个形容词就是军事的。For example, many countries have military forces to protect their citizens and keep peace. 那刚刚还提到了 conflict 这个名词就是冲突啊、争端。For example, during the conflict, the army worked hard to protect the people in the small village. 我们还看到片语 break out， 这个是战争、疾病或是灾难爆发、发生的意思。For example, when conflict broke out between the two countries, many people had to leave their homes to stay safe. 这项活动呢是起源于这个1973年哦。那当时刚刚就有提到，就是埃及跟以色列之间是爆发了军事冲突。
All right, so now we know the answer to when 1973. When did World Hello Day begin? Let's get to the question of who invented it. Well, interestingly, two American brothers, Brian and Michael McCormick, created World Hello Day. You might have thought it was someone from Egypt and Israel who got together to find peace, but no, it was these two Americans. I guess they were seeing these terrible stories of military conflict in the news, and they thought we should do something for peace. So they did. What did they do? Wow, they wrote 1,360 letters to world leaders. Remember, this is the day before email, so they couldn't just copy and paste those letters. They actually had to probably type them out and send them in envelopes through the mail. That's a lot of work. Good job, guys.
OK. 所以其实呢，美国两位兄弟就是 Brian 跟 Michael 的，他们叫麦考密克，他便创立了世界问候日。他们竟然写了1360封信给世界领袖诶。
In the letters, they encouraged the use of greetings to build understanding rather than turning to violence. In other words, they were trying to get people to focus more on peace rather than war, because war involves violence. Violence is just destruction. It's physical conflict. It's breaking things, hurting things, killing things. That is violence. So if two people are fighting with their fists or kicking or knives or guns, that is violence going on. It's not just when you're yelling at someone or you're angry or something. It's when you actually attack that person and try to hurt their body. And the same thing happens, of course, in wars when they're dropping bombs and blowing up buildings. All of that terrible stuff that hurts innocent people, that is violence. For example, you should talk about your problems and never use violence to try to solve anything.OK,
刚刚的句子其实就看到我们今天的文法哦，所以我们首先来看一下Let's take a look. 今天的 Language in Focus 要看到的是 rather than 的用法哦。rather than 同时具备介系词与对等连接词两种特性哦，都表示而不是的意思哦。那主要的用法如下，首先第一个 rather than作为介系词片语，意思是近于 instead of， 后方需要接什么呢？名词或者是动名词哦。我们看回课文是怎么用的。In the letters, they encouraged the use of greetings to build understanding rather than turning to violence. 所以前面我们有看到他们是不是写了1360封信呢？给世界领袖，对不对？所以在信中呢，他们鼓励大家透过打招呼来建立理解 rather than 而不是诉诸暴力哦，就是刚刚课文的意思。我们再看一下另外一个例句，也是用 rather than. The teacher chose group games rather than a long lecture to warm up the class. 老师选择用这个小组游戏暖场，而不是冗长的讲课。OK, 这里是 rather than 后面接名词片语 a long lecture。第二个重点哦 rather than 作为对等连接词使用时，需要注意前后结构，词性应该平行对称。For example, she's confident rather than arrogant, which makes her a great leader. 她是自信而不是傲慢哦，这让她成为一位出色的领导者。这里我们用的是形容词对等哦 confident 还有 arrogant。那刚刚其实我们还看到了 greeting, OK, 这个就是问候、招呼，这是一个名词哦。那它的动词则是 greet, 就是问候、打招呼、迎接，也有这个意思哦。那 turn to something 这个片语就是在遭遇困境时开始做或是开始使用什么什么。For example, Lisa didn't want to turn to smoking, but stress at work made her do it. 刚刚我们的 warm up quiz 是不是有出现这个片语 turn to something？ 好，我们先看回，因为大家可能已经有点忘了哦。When life became hard, Anna didn't blink drugs, but asked for help instead. 还记得这是我们的 warm up quiz 吗？那我们选项有什么呢？有 A, add to, B, turn to, C, date back to, or D, live up to。正解应该大家觉得很简单了吧？就是对我们刚刚才提到的 turn to be 这个片语啦。那刚刚要问的这个句子是，当生活变得困难的时候 Anna 她没有开始就是用毒品，而是寻求帮助。那 A 如果你选错的话，它是 add to 增加，这跟句意不符哦，所以是错误的。OK, 那刚刚已经说 B turn to 才是里面的正确答案。 那 C 如果你猜错 day back to 是什么意思？就是时间追溯到什么什么，可是跟这个句子完全无关耶，所以也是错的。那 D live up to 是符合什么期望等等，这也是错的哦，它不适合用在这里。那刚刚呢句子出现好多东西哦，还有 violence 这个名词就是暴力行为。For example, schools have strict rules against violence to ensure a safe environment for all students.
Okay, back to our article. So 1973, the McCormick brothers decide to try to get the world to be friendlier and say hello. And since then, since they started this back in 1973, wow, since then over 180 countries have joined the celebration. That's very impressive. I mean, there's just over 200 countries in the world, so most of the countries have joined up and tried to do this. What a great project.
我们知道 celebrate 这个动词是庆祝，刚刚课文出现的是 celebration， 则是它的名词，就是庆祝或是庆祝活动。所以你们知道吗？从那时候起已经有超过180个国家加入这项庆祝活动啊。
All right, so how do we actually do this? How do we celebrate World Hello Day? Well, it's not that hard. As the article says, celebrating this day is as easy as pie. Great expression. It's as easy as pie. If you like the other kind of dessert, you can say celebrating this day is a piece of cake, which both mean it's very simple. How do you do it? Just say hello to 10 people. That's it. That's all you have to
easy.
do.
It's as easy as pie.
It's as easy as pie. It's a piece of cake. It's as easy as saying 5 letters. Hello.
Hello. Okay, I'm going to sing that again. Okay.
You can sing it too.
So as easy as pie 到底是什么呢？就是非常容易，不费吹灰之力哦。For example, learning to ride a bike was as easy as pie after a few tries. 所以参加这个节日非常简单，你只要对10个人说 hello 就可以了。不过这里好像可以派，因为我们刚刚讲到派，对不对？派出我们的 AI 朋友跟大家说说话，一起来听听看哦。
You know what I'm saying? Need a good laugh? Welcome to our joke section, where learning meets laughter. Math isn't always as easy as pie. Unless you're talking about 3.14.
All right, back to our article. So you can say hello to people. Who do you say hello to? Well, simply anyone, as the article says. You can greet friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers. Even Adele. You can sing hello to Adele. Say it in person, by message, or on a call. So you don't even actually have to see that person in front of you. You don't have to say it so that person can hear it. You can send it as a message. You can send it as a voice message, an email, whatever. It doesn't matter at all. I guess even that little waving hand emoji might be good enough too.
That's super easy. OK, 所以 colleague 是谁呢？就是同事或是同僚，它是一个名词。那 in person 这个片语则是指亲自。For example, I hope one day I can meet my favorite K-pop star Jennie in person. It would be a dream come true. Jennie 有没有在听这个广播呢？好，课文是说，整句是说，你可以问候朋友啦、家人啊、同事，甚至是陌生人，方式不限可以亲自面对面说、发讯息或是打电话，所以这真的是 as easy as pie.
There you go. In short, saying hello can break the ice and build unity. So don't be shy, say hi. Very, very good. Yes, because unity would be great. If we have unity, hopefully we would have less fighting and wars and disagreements, because unity is everyone being together, not being apart, not being angry, not being separated, being joined together. It's togetherness. That is what unity is. For example, if the people in the country work together in unity, then the foreign invaders will never be able to win.
OK, 刚刚提到的 in short 这个片语就是总而言之，简单的说。So, for example, in short, practicing a little every day is the best way to improve your English. 那刚刚还看到 break the ice 就是打破冷场，我们常会说破冰就是使气氛活络。 For example, at the party, telling a joke helped break the ice and get everyone laughing. Unity 这是一个名词，就是团结啊、统一啊、一致的意思。For example, the team's unity was amazing. They won the game because everyone supported each other, no matter what. 所以回到课文，整句是说，总而言之啊，一句简单的问候就能打破冷场，促进团结。所以 don't be shy， 别害羞，大声的说出你的 hi。哇哦，大家喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook 哦。
So here's our For You Chat question. Describe a time when someone's simple greeting made you feel better. What made it special or important?
Okay, I had a really super bad day at work. I hadn't had coffee yet, and my inbox was exploding. So I just wanted to disappear into my chair. Then my coworker, also a really good friend, walked by and said, "Hey, superstar, ready to save the day." What made it special or important was that it felt like a little spark of encouragement right when I needed it. It was silly, but it made me laugh and reminded me I wasn't alone in the chaos.
That's nice. It was a little cup of coffee for a better mood. Very cool.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. So everyone go say hello or hi to your friends.
That's right. Maybe today we won't say goodbye. We'll just say hello, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Vocabulary Review.
Globally. McDonald's started with just one restaurant in California. But now, you can find McDonald's restaurants globally. Connect. Mia connected with her classmate Tim because they both enjoy painting and singing. They soon became good friends. Military. The soldiers will be sent to a military base on Kinmen Island for Army training. Conflict. The news showed the conflict between the two countries, with army trucks and smoke filling the city streets. Violence. Katie doesn't like movies that show a lot of killing, because the violence upsets her. Unity. The unity among the members of the team helped them reach their goal.
智慧小补帖。
Communication. Greeting. Celebration. Colleague.
轻松学英文，现在就加入空中美语空中家教官方 LINE。